The long story is very simply, I've had a great run over 10 years as a dean. We've accomplished a lot of things I set out to do. This came along, folks asked me if I would participate, so I tendered my application and got through the search process, and now there's a 20% chance I could be the next president of the Mexico State University. I spent about a third of my career in politics, both at the federal level and the state level. Spent about a third or a little over in business, and I spent the rest of my life in academics, and you won't find that blend around very often. It's pretty unusual. I would be considered, if selected by the regents, as a non-traditional president. Yes, I'm the oldest of the candidates, but by the way, the students, they sent me a Facebook page that says, he's old, but he's vigorous. I told the search committee, when you're doing what you love to do, if your health is maintained, you can do amazing things well into your 80s if you want to do it. This old guy's still got a turn or two around the track left. All I merely said was, if you want me to go on an interim basis, I'd be happy to do that for you till you find some new leadership. The people talking to me, particularly in the community, said, well, I really would prefer you try to do it on a permanent basis. To be responsive, both people within the university and people outside the university who are somewhat troubled by kind of the constant changing leadership of the university. And I think they want to get into a period of stability and direction. I happen to be a big succession planner. I would recommend to the regents, if they were to choose me, that we focus more of our attention on succession planning, starting with department heads, to associate deans, to deans, to provosts, to presidents. And you always ought to be grooming your own to do this. And that's very, very standard in business, is you always have a number of people that you're preparing to take on additional responsibilities. Universities don't do that so much, and they probably ought to change. Government, where I spent a lot of time, is the same way. They pretty much prepare their own people to move up in the organization. But universities like searches, and searches can be rather expensive to begin with. I've been asked to do this, but I would tell you the reason I would be available to do it is I set some goals for myself when I became dean of the College of Business. And for example, I told the faculty that at the end of my tenure there, I would like to have 5 $1 million endowed chairs in the College of Business. We just received a commitment for our 5th $1 million chair. We were accredited by AACSB, that is the premier agency that affirms colleges of business. But our affirmation was 10 years ago. We came out of our affirmation last October, November with flying colors, so that was something that needed to be done. The next issue was we wanted another building for the College of Business. So about 3 or 4 years ago, working with a host of people, we got an $18 million bond issue on the general obligation bond, and it failed. So we took a $10 million legacy gift that Senator Bingaman provided at the retirement of Senator Domenici, and I went to the legislature and garnered another $5 million to add to that. And we are what they call in the business, we're repurposing the Herschel Zahn Theater, and we're repurposing it to be a College of Business. Early in my career here, we decided to start a thing called the Arrowhead Center. It's now kind of a multi-million-dollar deal. We run a business park. We have 35 or 40 employees. That enterprise has really taken off, and the Arrowhead Center has become known in New Mexico. It's actually one of the best branded parts of New Mexico. UNM is now trying to model their apparatus after Arrowhead Center that we've been doing for a long period of time.